Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're just going to look at the very wet weather that's coming up over the next few days. I think could have some more problems with flooding across some parts of the country. There is going to be a lot of rain over the next few days, so we're going to have a bit of an in-depth look at that. So before I get on with the video, just talk about the advertising. There'll usually be a video ad overlaying my web videos here at GazWeatherVids.com. Please play those video ads, because you'll be supporting GazWeatherVids.com by doing that. So this is the latest radar picture from the Met Office. The first area of rain that pushed northwards across England and Wales last night, that's gone up in towards northern England here. We can see it from stretching from East Anglia through Lincolnshire in towards northern England and then on in towards Northern Ireland, central southern Scotland. That's going to continue pushing northwards, and really it's going to come to a bit of a standstill across Scotland, parts of Northern Ireland and Northern England, so thoroughly wet up there with some really heavy rain. Then we've got this drier slot through Wales, much of the Midlands, central, southern and southeastern England, but coming down into the southwest we've got these really heavy and torrential downpours. There's some real violent thunderstorms mixed in with this, and certainly some very heavy rain as well, and that's all going to be pushing northwards, I think, with some very wet weather developing again across much of England and Wales through the course of this afternoon and into this evening. That rain particularly, I think, focused around southwest England, Wales, parts of South and West Midlands as well, but really much of England and Wales will see that rain pushing back northwards again through the course of this afternoon and into this evening. So let's have a look at the facts charts to see what's going on, and these, remember, are the human interpretation by the forecasters at the Met Office of the global computer model. So this is the first facts chart, and this is for midnight tonight. We see that low pressure right over the top of the country, so it's a very unsettled scene, and these fronts wrapping around that low pressure on its western flank are going to become important through the course of tomorrow, because those fronts, well, we can see that here, they're really stuck there across much of western Scotland, northern England, down into North Wales and the North Midlands, and these fronts, I think, will be continuing to produce a lot of heavy rain through tomorrow. And then finally, as we go through in towards Saturday, start of Saturday, we'll find that low pressure gradually starting to push northwards, taking those fronts with them. But we're still left in this run of westerly winds. So if we have a look at the rainfall prediction from the NAE model, and this is from the website Weather Online. You can find Weather Online on my links page. And this is the NAE model that the Met Office use and the BBC use for the precipitation forecast there with the BBC forecast. So this is the situation right now. We've got that heavy rain lying from East Anglia through Northern England in towards central southern Scotland down over into Northern Ireland. There's the next area of heavy rain coming into the southwest right now, and as we go further on through these charts, we can see that rain will push northward, so much of England and Wales will turn wet again through this afternoon. There could be some thunderstorms in places as well, but certainly some really heavy downpours pushing north across much of England and Wales this afternoon. Rain particularly focused down to the southwest, but much of England and Wales will be wet. The first area of rain there up across Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland, that's pretty much stuck and stationary. And then that area of heavy rain from the south moves north in towards northern England this evening. This is for midnight, and that rain is really setting in across northern England through in towards Northern Ireland. The first area of rain is still there across Scotland. That's being pecked up by the rain coming up from the south, and then those fronts are wrapping around behind that on the back side of that low pressure, so we've got rain coming back then in towards Wales and southwestern England. As we go further on, you'll be able to see that wrap around continues there, so we've got the area of rain across northern England and up in towards Scotland, then the rain coming back round in towards Wales and on in towards the Midlands by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Going further on through the course of tomorrow, when it's going to be very wet across much of England and Wales, we've still got the first area of rain up there across Scotland and through Northern Ireland. Then we've got the wraparound through Wales and much of the Midlands and down in towards central parts of England as well. Some really heavy rain mixed in with this, and the winds getting up as well. Notice the isobars are tightening in the south, so it'll be turning windy as well. So a thoroughly wet, windy and horrible day for much of England and Wales tomorrow. And then that wraparound just continues really as we go through tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. The wraparound through Northern Ireland in towards Northern England. A lot of rain to come here. I think we really will be seeing the risk of some flooding, particularly for northwestern parts of England, with rain really persistent and going on into midnight Saturday. That area of rain from the wraparound is still there across northern England and Northern Ireland, still pouring with rain, strong winds as well, so it is going to be quite nasty. The rain still keeps going on at 6 o'clock on Saturday morning across much of northern England. So by the time this is all done, by the time we get through to Saturday morning, we're looking potentially at over 80 millimetres of rain here across parts of northwest England. I think we'll probably increase that for some areas like the Lake District. We've got over 100 millimetres going on, that's 4 inches, and obviously with that there will be the risk of flooding. Now up in northern England we are used to having a lot of rain. That's what the lakes are there for, really, because it's a very wet part of the world. But even so, I think we will probably, in some of the more urban areas at least, be looking at the risk of flooding. And then that's not the end of the rain, because as we go into Sunday, we're finding another area of low pressure moving in off the Atlantic. And this one is a little bit further south. This will bring some very heavy rain in across England and Wales through the course of Saturday night and into Sunday. And then that low pressure is right over the top of the country at lunchtime on Sunday, so it's going to be a thoroughly wet day on Sunday, I think, with heavy rain moving across the country Saturday night and Sunday morning. Anyway, eventually on Sunday it will brighten up from the northwest with showers, but we really are looking at a very wet period coming up over the next 2 or 3 days, and there will be the risk of flooding with this. Obviously there'll be a risk of flooding, so we're going to have to wait and see how it develops, but certainly a very, very wet spell coming up. And of course it's been a very wet June so far, one of the wettest Junes for a long, long time, and it's continuing to be very wet indeed. And Sunday will be cold as well with that rain, so cold, wet, thoroughly miserable. It's a pretty poor prospect really for anybody that's on holiday. That's all for now. Bye for now.